Real Madrid have an injury epidemic this season. Erling Holland is breaking scoring records. Arne Slot is off to a great start for Liverpool. Barcelona signed new €1.7 billion contract with Nike, and much more in today's edition. Welcome to Football Focus, the channel with the most up-to-date news stories. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and click the bell. Now sit back, make some tea, and we'll get started. Real Madrid have decided who can replace Militao, who has suffered a serious injury. Real Madrid have intensified interest in 30-year-old centre-back Al-Nasr Emerick Laporta in connection with a serious injury to Eder Militao, because of which he will miss the rest of the season. This is reported by Football Espana with reference to S. According to the source, the Cream will insist that the Spanish footballer terminated his contract with the Saudi club and moved to Real Madrid as a free agent. In the current season, Laporte took part in 15 matches in all tournaments, in which he marked 3 goals. The current labor agreement with the club is valid until the summer of 2026. According to information provided on the Transfermarkt portal, the market value of the player is €20 million. Jewish Maccabi Youth Players were attacked after a match in Berlin. The players of the German Jewish youth club Maccabi from Berlin were attacked by several unidentified people after a match against Schwarz-Weiß Neukölln. This is reported by Tagesspiegel. According to the source, after this game, in the group chat of Maccabi players began to appear reports that some of them were chased by unknown persons with sticks and knives. The coach of the German Jewish club put his players in a car and sent them home. As the father of one of the Maccabi players emphasizes, the young players started to be insulted as the match progressed. The players were also spat at several times. Recall the 7th of November, after the match of the general stage of the Europa League between Ajax and Tel Aviv Maccabi in Amsterdam attacked Israeli fans. As a result, at least 12 people were injured, more than 60 detained by the police. Erling Holland has set an all-time APL goal-scoring record. Manchester City forward Erling Holland opened the scoring in the away match of the 11th round of the APL against Brighton yesterday, 9th November. The Norwegian striker sent the ball into the net on 23 minutes of the game, making history. Thanks to this, Holland became the fastest in history to score 75 goals in the APL. It took him 77 games to do so. In the current season, the forward scored 12 goals in 11 games of the English Championship and leads the scorers list of the league. Recall, Man City led in the course of the match 1-0, but eventually lost the meeting. In the second half, Brighton scored 2 goals, turning the tide of the match. For Josep Guardiola's side, this defeat was the 4th consecutive match lost. Arne Slot repeated Carlo Ancelotti's achievement in the APL 15 years ago. Head coach of Liverpool Arne Slot, after the victory of the Merseysiders in a match of the 11th round of the English Premier League with Aston Villa, 2-0, repeated the best rate of wins in the championship in the first 11 rounds of 2009. This is reported by the statistical portal Squawka. According to the source, Slot is the first coach to win at least 9 of his first 11 APL matches since Carlo Ancelotti at Chelsea 15 years ago. After 11 matches played, Liverpool are top of the APL standings with 28 points. Aston Villa, after the same number of matches, is in 8th place with 18 points. 3 Real Madrid players left the field due to injuries in the match against Osasuna. Real Madrid lost 3 leading players of the main squad due to injuries in one match of the 13th round of the Spanish Championship with Osasuna. Despite this, the Cream won with a large score of 4-0. First, in the first half, were replaced by extreme striker Rodrigo Goes and centre-back Eder Militao. The latter suffered a cruciate ligament injury for the second time. After the match, Real Madrid announced that Militao had been diagnosed with a complete tear of the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee. Defender Lucas Vazquez was later ruled out and did not feature in the second half. He is reported to have a muscle injury. Barcelona and Nike have signed a new agreement. The club will receive €1.7 billion. Spanish club Barcelona has signed a long-term sponsorship agreement with Nike. The agreement was announced by the Catalans on their official website. The agreement runs until 2038. The old contract expired in 2028. During this period, Barcelona will receive 1.7 billion euros from Nike. The Catalan club will also receive 150 million euros as a signing bonus. Barcelona and Nike have been working since 1998. The sportswear brand is the main technical partner of Barcelona and all its youth teams. Mbappe doesn't want to play for the French national team because of a possible falling out with Deschamps. Real Madrid forward Kylian Mbappe does not want to play for the French national team, according to journalist Romain Molina. According to the source, the 25-year-old Frenchman has lost the desire to play for the national team because of a likely quarrel with head coach Didier Deschamps. It is reported that despite Deschamps' statement that Mbappe wanted to come to the location of the national team, and the coach decided not to call the striker, in fact, the footballer himself refused to join the team. Kylian Mbappe and a number of Real Madrid stars have come out in favor of Carlo Ancelotti's resignation. Real Madrid lost the last two matches played at their home stadium in Madrid. Creamy defeated Barcelona 0-4 and lost to Milan 1-3. Amid the team's disappointing results, the head coach of the Creamy, Carlo Ancelotti, lost control of the locker room, reports El Gol Digital. According to the source, on the background of failures for the resignation of the coach was a number of star players of Real: Federico Valverde, Kylian Mbappe, Ferland Mendy, Aurelien Tchouaméni, and Eduardo Camavinga. Supporting the Italian coach is Vinicius Jr., who has a very close relationship with Ancelotti. Vinicius would like him to lead the Brazilian national team in case Ancelotti resigns from Real Madrid. Earlier, there were rumors that Madrid club president Florentino Perez was in talks with Bayern head coach Xabi Alonso about replacing Ancelotti. AC Milan are seriously interested in buying the Manchester United defender. Milan are seriously interested in Manchester United's 30-year-old centre-back Victor Lindelof. This is reported by Caught Offside. According to the source, the Italian Grand may start negotiating with the Swedish player in the coming winter as his contract with the Red Devils ends in the summer of 2025. AC Milan value the experience Lindelof can bring to the team. In the current season, the defender took part in 7 matches in all competitions, in which he did not mark any productive actions. According to information provided on the Transfermarkt portal, the market value of the player is Euro 15 million. Worst manager in the league, Ange Postecoglou, branded a fat fraud as Tottenham fans erupt with fury after disgraceful Ipswich defeat and insist under-fire coach has to be sacked tonight. Spurs are struggling for consistency again in 2024-25, with impressive victories over Manchester City and Aston Villa being followed by back-to-back defeats against Galatasaray and Ipswich in Europa League and Premier League competition. The most recent of those setbacks, which has carried the North London outfit into the latest international break, came on home soil and allowed struggling Ipswich to pick up their first victory since returning to the top flight. The locals are now growing a little restless at Tottenham. Tottenham, who sit 10th in the Premier League table, will be back in action on November 23rd when taking in a trip to defending champions Manchester City. That's all for now. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget the bell. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.